Follow me now as we explore the mysteries of the East. To the most ancient site of Borobudur. What? Borobudur. In my interpretation, the great structure of Borobudur is a sacred sanctuary and a holy place of worship for light entertainment. During the next few minutes, I shall be taking you through some of the reliefs and carvings and explaining the intricacies and detail of their meaning. This first set of reliefs is from the fabled Forsyth saga, and if you look here, you can see Brucey sitting in front of his disciples, or the audience as they are known. And over here you can see one of the lucky winning contestants gazing in rapture upon her prizes. We can see here a luxury car, the lovely Debbie McGee. I'm not quite sure what she's doing there, but never mind. Moving on, we see the cuddly toy known as the booby prize. Here, women examining a set of lovely Tupperware. And here we see the detail of the audience relief from the Play Your Cards Right triptych before us. Brucey, as we move over here, he is going higher than an ace. Higher than an ace? What's higher than an ace, I wonder? Oh, it's a 3, as represented by the 3 figures below him. Higher than an ace, a 3. Higher than an ace, a 3. Oh, yes, it's quite clear. And so, once again, we see a very, very famous relief here of Strictly Come Dancing. The lovely hostess here with her pretty boobies. And some of the contestants, and we see the 5 judges, the original 5. As we can see, we have the crack down the 5th, where Arlene Phillips was cast asunder from the series. And moving on, in this area here was the giant glitter ball that hung over the holy dance floor. And a depiction of Bruce Forsyth being knighted here. I should have been knighted. I could have been a knight. I could have. And this, obviously, is the ruined relief of ITV, all that remains when they were cast out. Sale of the century, crossroads, upstairs, downstairs, George and Mildred, and what do we have here? Lionel Blair. And, of course, how could one forget the Royal Variety Performance? Here we can see the audience in supplication before the stage and moving up to the royal box. Here we see Her Majesty and Prince Philip. Hello, Your Majesty. One of the acts from the Royal Variety Performance. Here we have the dancing elephants, the beautiful fangirls, this lovely Debbie McGee again for some reason, I don't know why, and, pan down, that's the bit from Channel 4. We don't want to look at the Channel 4 relief. Here we see Dickie Davis on World of Sport, the lovely Debbie McGee once again, and the outside reporter reporting on the Chelsea match of 1985. As you can see, they're running riot as usual. And this is an excerpt from Triangle. You can maybe see the lovely Kate O'Mara here in the detail. Obviously it was incomplete because the series was decommissioned. Here we see Keith Harris and his many wives, a very little-known fact that makes this exploration so interesting. And moving on to here, of course, we see his duck, Orville, I believe I can fly, and the little monkey that we know from the series, I hate that duck. Here we have Magnus Magnuson with the lovely Debbie McGee once again. Enough her. Anyway, moving on. Here is the contestant. You can see she has been engraved in such raptures of ecstasy that her breasts have popped out of her top. And moving up here we have man about the house or the palace as it were. And across here, ever decreasing circles. Some shows are of course depicted in more symbolic relief. As we can see here, this is Birds of a Feather. I believe down here is Dorian. We can see her little tiny cheek here. As we can see here, Top Gear was not always the macho show one knows from today. We can see here Jeremy Clarkson, who in the original used to be a woman. as we can see, some reliefs, like some TV series, have not stood the test of time. If we look up here, we can see the ill-fated ITV sitcom Trees a Crowd. And looking down below, the ill-fated game show Don't Lose Your Head. The highlights of Saturday morning television. Up here we have Noel Edmonds' Swap Shop, Saturday Superstore. Up here we have Live and, see this foot? Kicking. And down here I believe there is Ant and Deck and whatever her name was in the middle. Come closer, come look down here. I believe it is, oh yes, Fan-Debby-Dozy, it's the Crankies. Oh yes, you can see the one who is a woman, really. Look over here, we have those doyens of the quiz show that have entertained us for so many years. William G. Stewart, Henry Kelly, I believe here, and of course over here, Bob, I'll have a pea, please. And of course, the lovely Carol Vorderman taking something from the bottom. Here we have some of the failed contestants from The Weakest Link cast into the outer darkness by the demon Anne Robinson. Of course, forget the soaps, Hollyoaks, EastEnders, Coronation Street, and down here, El Dorado. And so towards the final panel, as we move past Broadcasting House to the proud erect figure of Bruce Forsyth, 970 years old and a damn good And so this brings us to the end of our tour of Borobudur. I hope you've enjoyed listening to me as much as I've enjoyed talking at you. Join me next time as I examine and personally deconstruct the Taj Mahal, the Great Wall of China, Japanese tourists, and other mysteries of Asia. Twatty deeds potty.